Last week, I was having a conversation with a candidate that was interviewing for a CFO job that was going to pay $300,000 base salary plus a very competitive short-term and long-term incentive plan. He didn't end up getting the job. And it's funny because he made a mistake that I've seen made quite a few times at multiple levels across all interviewers. So I want to teach you how to not make this mistake in less than 60 seconds. So this candidate, he was interviewing for a CFO gig. So he's interviewing with a lot of the functional leaders, the CEO of the company, and ultimately he was doing really well, right? He thought it was going great. He was building rapport. So it came down to the last step in this interview process, which for this client was the an interview with the senior HR leader. And because things were going so well, he didn't prepare like he did for the other interviews. He didn't show up the same way that he did for the other interviews. And he ultimately ended up losing out to another candidate who did show up fully prepared, fully engaged, and fully ready to go, treating it like the interview that it was. So the lesson here is until you have accepted and started with a company, don't ever take your foot off the gas during the interview process. Show up for every single interview, regardless of what it is, whether it's with the team, a function that you don't work with a lot. Show up with the same intensity, with the same uh, experiences and the same use cases that you've been showcasing to every other functional leader within the organization until you have accepted the job and started within that role, right? So for those of you who are interviewing for opportunities that you're really excited about, don't let up just because you think things are going well. I've seen so many instances where I have a candidate that would interview and say, Alec, I crushed it. I'm really confident I did well. Client comes back and they're like, that was a mess. In this same circumstance, I've had clients come back and say, I've had candidates who come back and say, I think that I did not so great. I could have interviewed much better. And the client was blown away with their performance. So there's two lessons here, but the main lesson is don't ever stop showing up to each interview and preparing for each interview like it could be your last for the company that you're excited about. And the second mini lesson that I didn't mean to drop when I was filming this video, but we're here now, is that just because you think something's going well doesn't mean that it is. And just because you think something isn't going well doesn't mean that it isn't. So keep this in mind as you're interviewing for roles that you're really excited about.